Blue has planned the perfect anniversary date. Rooftop table, flowers, tiny lights, a dessert with supporting beams. Blue expects the relationship to receive a full software update. The partner smiles, says it is beautiful, and still looks slightly far away. Blue checks the receipt for a missing intimacy surcharge. Blue is offended on behalf of the reservation. Do you know how difficult it was to get this table? The table does know. It has developed an ego. But the partner is not grading event production. The partner is feeling the accumulated effect of many ordinary moments that never made it into Blue's anniversary budget. Flashback to Monday. The partner says something funny happened at work. Blue looks at the phone and says, "Tell me later." Tuesday. The partner places tea beside Blue's laptop. Blue drinks it without looking up. Wednesday. A tired sigh receives the deeply responsive sound. None of these moments is a relationship emergency. That is exactly why they are easy to miss. Connection often arrives without dramatic music. It looks like a glance, a question, a small joke, a hand on the shoulder, or someone remembering that the meeting with the impossible printer was today. Researchers use perceived partner responsiveness to describe the experience that a partner understands, validates, and cares about important parts of you. The key word is perceived. Blue may feel deeply caring in the internal headquarters. The partner can only respond to the signals that make it through shipping. Blue points to the rooftop and says, "This is visible." Correct. Large gestures are visible in high definition. They can create joy, memory, novelty, and a very specific photograph of dessert. The problem is not that big dates are fake. The problem is asking one date to perform 30 days of smaller emotional jobs. Imagine a relationship bank account, except immediately stop imagining it as a precise scoring system. Kindness is not currency that buys permission for cruelty. The useful metaphor is simpler. Repeated interactions teach the nervous system whether reaching out usually finds someone, occasionally finds someone, or repeatedly reaches a decorative plant. The partner's work story was a small bid for shared attention. Blue heard optional content. The partner experienced information. My inner world did not become interesting enough to interrupt scrolling. Neither person announced this conclusion. Tiny moments are efficient because they can communicate without holding a meeting. Sharing good news is especially interesting. Research on capitalization examines what happens when people tell others about positive events. Enthusiastic, engaged responses have been associated with intimacy and relationship well-being in various studies. The partner says, "My idea was chosen." Blue says, "Nice," while comparing whether in a city nobody is visiting. An active, constructive response is not a theatrical explosion every time someone finds parking. It can be, "That is great. What did they like about your idea?" Attention plus curiosity extends the positive moment. Blue does not need confetti cannons installed in the kitchen. The landlord has expressed concerns. Small responsiveness also appears in difficult moments. You look tired. Want company or quiet? I remembered your appointment. I cannot talk now, but I want to hear this after dinner. Responsiveness is not unlimited availability. Sometimes care is a clear return rather than immediate access. Blue struggles with the return part. Tell me later is a storage facility with no retrieval department. Better, I'm finishing this in 15 minutes. Can you tell me while we make tea? Now the moment has an address and a clock, instead of being placed in the attic with several lost hobbies. Try 3 moves. Notice, respond, return. Notice the signal. Respond enough to show it landed. If now is impossible, return when promised. These moves are tiny because they must survive real life where people have deadlines, children, headaches, and a dishwasher that sounds like distant construction. On Thursday, the partner asks whether Blue wants tea. Blue says no without looking. The factual answer is complete. The relational answer is unfinished. A 2-second glance and thanks can communicate. I noticed your care, even though my body has reached maximum tea capacity. On Friday, Blue sends a funny picture during the partners' meeting and receives no response. Blue's brain announces hypocrisy. But responsiveness is a pattern, not instant customer support. One missed moment may be workload. Repeated non-return without acknowledgement carries different information. That distinction prevents tiny moments from becoming a surveillance program. Do not score every glance, reply, and tea like an emotional tax auditor. The goal is not perfect performance. It is a general climate where both people can reach, miss, return, and repair without every signal becoming a referendum. Tiny moments are also culturally and personally specific. One person feels care through questions. Another values practical help, shared silence, humor, touch, or remember the details. Do not assume your preferred signal is universally subtitled. Ask which ordinary moments make care visible. Blue's favorite signal is solving. The partner says work was hard. Blue produces a 12-step optimization plan and a spreadsheet with emotional columns. The partner wanted sympathy. Helpful intent has once again arrived in the wrong uniform. A responsive question fixes the guessing problem. Do you want comfort, ideas, or just a witness? The answer changes across moments. Intimacy is not mind reading. It is repeated calibration, which sounds less romantic until you compare it with being lovingly optimized against your will. Rewind the week before the anniversary. Monday. The partner begins the work story. Blue puts the phone face down for 30 seconds and asks what happened. The story is not historically important. The partner's face becomes more alive because the moment found the landing place. Tuesday. Blue notices the tea. Thank you. That was exactly what I needed. The tea does not grow wings. No orchestra arrives. But the partner's caring action becomes visible to both people instead of vanishing into Blue's digestive system without witnesses. Wednesday. Blue cannot listen. Instead of saying later, Blue sets a return. After this call, walk with me and tell me about it. Blue returns. Reliability converts delay from dismissal into timing. The difference is one fulfilled arrow. Thursday. The partner shares good news. Blue asks one follow-up question and enjoys the answer. Positive emotion expands for a minute. The relationship is not repaired by a technique. It is being experienced as a place where good things become more real when shared. Friday. Blue misses a signal. At dinner, Blue remembers and returns. You started telling me about your manager earlier. What happened? Repairing a miss matters because no one can catch every beat. Connection is not a reflex test administered by a relationship laboratory. The anniversary date still happens. Now, the rooftop is not being asked to carry an entire month. The lights are lovely. The dessert remains structurally concerning. The partner feels closer before arriving, so the event adds to connection instead of trying to manufacture it from zero. Build one tiny ritual, a real goodbye, 10 screen-free minutes, one evening question, tea together, or a return after work. Choose something repeatable, not impressive. The nervous system learns from ordinary evidence delivered more than once. And say what works. I love that you asked about my idea. Thank you for coming back to the story. Positive feedback is not fishing for more service. It helps both people discover which small actions actually register as care, rather than guessing forever. Tiny kindness cannot compensate for coercion, threats, betrayal, chronic contempt, or fear. A cup of tea does not erase harm. Small moments matter inside a broader pattern of safety and respect. Where that pattern is absent, support and boundaries matter more than optimizing rituals. Blue looks at the anniversary receipt again. It is still expensive. It is also no longer a rescue invoice. Blue notices the partner reaching for a hand beneath the table and responds before dessert photography begins. The smallest moment at the biggest date becomes the part that feels real. Relationships are not built only in anniversaries, vacations, and photographs. They are built when one inner world reaches and another person notices. Big dates can be beautiful. The little things make beauty believable. Relationships are built in moments too small to post.